Welcome in, everyone. Glad to see LFG here already. Perfect. We haven't played live for a while now, so it's a good day just to get things started. So we're here over in Bosnia on this episode. I got both boys out here helping me. The little one's going to be running the cart back and forth to us. And then little boy Blue is up there in the big Colossus harvester. Oh yeah, yeah. So much excitement. And it's Saturday. Saturdays are always fun. I'm not sure if there's enough engine sound or not. Let's crank that up a little bit. Hopefully that's a little better. All right, well, you enjoy your lunch there, L family. We figure we're going to stream first, and then we're going to probably have DoorDash come. There's been a debate on do we have Chinese or do we get Popeyes. So we haven't decided which one to do yet. But here we go. We're going to harvest this wheat field here. We got a few fields. Let me jump over to the map real quick. And these are our fields that we own. We have this 59 and I believe it's 31. No, 59 and 43. Those are both wheat. We have those to harvest. This is another kind of wheat over here in 25 to do. We got to plant field 30 and 29. And field, I believe it's 31 and 42 are actually potato fields. So that's going to take some time, but we're going to get it done. Of course, I get the little New Holland. My little boy Blue's up there in the Colossus. He's going to be able to get this done a lot faster than me, but the game started with this combine, so I didn't want to change things up. I thought, you know what, we'll just go with what it starts with and then add to it. We only have the $78,000 to work with, but I mean, we do have a lot of property, so that helps. Of course, this field did not come with any fertilizer yet. I was kind of bummed with that. I set it up so our Xbox could connect to it, and what I should have done, I should have jumped back out, came back in with easy dev tools, and at least fertilize the field, but I didn't do it, so we'll just play it this way. But the wife and both girls, they actually went out to the movie theater, so I thought this is a good day just to jump on the game and just play with the boys for a while. And to think FS22 is actually working with Xbox on a multiplayer, that's a new one for us. This is the first time we've got the Xbox to connect in a long time. I don't know, maybe FS25 is working now too, but last time we tried, FS25 wasn't letting us multiplayer with the Xbox. So I just love the terrain here in Bosnia. Nothing is flat. Nice hillsides everywhere. Even the off the map is beautifully set up. I know Rambo, he plays a lot on this map. He has a series on it. Our Inheritance series was actually based on this map. We still would like to do one more episode of the Inheritance, but that's just to get my wife and I to come together and do an episode. It's kind of tricky. And on that episode, that's a little short series we did. The fake arguing that we put into the video was nothing compared to the real arguing that went on behind the scenes trying to make that work. Yeah, it's so hard. I mean, it was just a voiceover too. She didn't even do any of the actual playing the game. That was actually little boy Blue playing her part. You know what? This field looked big from the overview of it, but with that Colossus harvester running, I don't think it's going to take too long to get through. And it does have the higher capacity, so you shouldn't fill up too quick, especially on a field that has no fertilizer at all. We just went with a base game farm because the location to the shop is really close. As you can tell, the shop is right there. I looked at trying to put in a road and maybe a bridge down there in the bottom where all those trees are to try to make a shortcut, but the elevation was just so steep I didn't think I was going to make it work very well, so I just left it the way it was. Jingle Boy, if you want to head over to the field here, I am 64% full, so I can unload into one of your carts. Let's see. Oh, he's just going back and forth that way. All right. See if we can get through that gate. I actually removed the fence up there to try to get the Colossus through because there wasn't enough room here to make it work. It was a little too tight. There he is. That's actually Jingle Boy's very first time in a live stream here. He did have one landscaping episode he was in with me. Oh, it was probably a year and a half ago, I believe. But this would be his first debut here in a live. He's still fairly young, so he actually, coming into it, he was asking, now, if I mess up, can we just restart it? I'm like, no, dude, it's alive. It doesn't work that way. You can't just hit redo. And I told him also, since you're on Xbox, there's no super strength. So if you get hung up on a fence, you are hung up on a fence. All right, so he's going back and forth that way. I'm going to park this thing actually out of the way, and we will hop in one of the tractors and we'll start. I'm going to come over and dump this real quick. We'll actually start baling this wheat. So we're going to have a lot of wheat to deal with between this and the other two fields. Just like I said, that one field is a different kind of crop. Let's see. Oh, this is FS22. Things work different. This Durham wheat. So I'm not sure if it's going to do very good or not, but we will harvest that next. Try to stay out of his way. All right, shut that off and go grab our baler tractor. We do have this big Fint tractor here for the planting, and oops, I think I forgot to put the forks on this one. Good thing we don't need them right now, but I'm pretty sure back at the shop, and I think I'm the one that brought this tractor. Maybe somebody else brought it back to the farm. Either way, we forgot the forks. That's all right. We will do without. We have an auto load trailer anyhow. This fast baler here hopefully will do a lot quicker than anything else. Could have done square bales. Actually, I wonder if my size of bales is right. Don't look like you can change the size on the quick baler. Actually been quite a while since I've been on FS22. Been playing quite a little bit on 25, but you know, ever since 25 come out, you know, I have just not felt it like 22. It just has not been as exciting as I thought.
I know why you don't have the foot. You didn't add the mod. You didn't re-add it.
Oh, he's saying I left a mod off by mistake. Oh well. Wasn't anything special, really. Come on, I raised it. Apparently when we went back into the game to get the Xbox started up, I forgot one of the mods. And it's kind of a pack I use every single gameplay. I'm really shocked I missed it. Boy, that combine will move. Not sure when that's going to come out to FS25. Maybe it's already there. I've not seen it yet, but I know the TARDIS pack, I believe, is available. But I don't know about the Colossus pack for 25. Oops. Help if I center a little better. Do in cab. That'll make it a little easier. As soon as you boys get this field harvested, if you want to head down the road to the... I would go to the other big wheat field. I'd leave that Durham wheat alone right now. We'll do that one last. And Jingle Boy, when you get that wagon filled up, if you want to dump that in our grain bin there by the house, that'd be fine. It looks like he is done with this one. Some of the pathways and fences on this are kind of tight. So I did remove some fences from different locations to make it a little easier to get through. But he's definitely going to have to put that head on a trailer. It's not going to fit down the street. Well, thank you, Chris. God bless you too. We haven't done too many videos lately. The last one we did was the Prodigal. I used some like special AI movements with that. Some where the characters can make it look like they're actually talking. Other than that video, we haven't done too much lately. Like I was saying earlier, I really haven't got into FS25 yet. I mean, the graphics, huge improvement. Yeah, I do like the graphics. But other than graphics, there's just not enough excitement in it yet. I did watch some videos on that new, especially, what, Nick's Cat? Is that what it's called? Nick's Cat? Nick something. I mean, some of that looks pretty cool. I think that'll be a kind of a game changer. I would drive faster, but we have an Xbox playing and it won't let me go any faster. Now the Colossus, I think it's going faster, but even this fast bale, I mean, it's going faster than... Let's see how fast I can go up this hill. 10. Go any faster? 11. So still not that fast. I could make him do all the work while I sleep. Just step back and let it all be done when I wake up. I know, Rambo. Console kind of messes things up, but this way we can have both boys playing. And it's working. That's what's the shocker. I can't believe Xbox finally works on this game. Maybe it was just something on our end that was always messed up, but it's working now. This is a beautiful map. I was glad you were going to keep doing your series on it, which you may have wrapped it up by now, but it is definitely nice details and just the terrain. I mean, even the mountain in the background there. I love it. Like I was saying earlier, I kind of want to do that last episode of The Inheritance. It actually had a storyline to go with it. I don't know if you remember at the very end that Russian accent guy came to the door and knocked, and that's where it cut off. Well, there was a storyline to continue with that, but just trying to get my wife to take part in another role play episodes kind of difficult at times. Oh, a couple episodes left to edit. All right. A guy I work with, you're talking about coffee, that I remember back in the 80s and 90s, that Juan Valdez guy, he'd come to your window and knock with his mule or donkey, whatever he had. And, oh, thank you, Rambo. I appreciate that. Appreciate that super chat. But that Juan Valdez guy, he'd come to your house. So now a guy I work with said that they have that in instant coffee form. So I went to, it's at Walmart. I went there and got it, and you mix it. I make iced coffee most of the time. So I added it to just some water and I think one little packet of stevia. And and then half and half. And it tastes just like the Starbucks Via's instant coffee. For a lot less money. But all we can find that Juan Valdez is on instant coffee. I don't see any brew coffee anymore. But apparently I don't have any of those pop-ups where it says Super Chat anymore, like it used to have. Like I said, I haven't been on Streamlabs for so long. I used to have, I think, a cow would pop up on the screen. Which that's a super sticker, I think. So that might be different. Now, LFG, is straw silage even, is there a mod to make that work? When Alma comes out, I do plan on probably doing a series back on it again. I mean, I had so much fun on FS22's Alma. I do want to do it, especially, I know Rambo has a video that he shows off that map and the changes that have been made to it. Oh man, it's awesome. I'm really looking forward to it come back. And of course, the guy who makes Alma also made this map. Beautifully done. I think they'll probably have that field all combined by the time I get this field done. See if they even made it. Oh, they're doing the durum wheat. They didn't listen to my instructions. That's all right. Do you know what he's going to add to it, Rambo? Any other features that's coming to it? I haven't seen any updates since the one he had out. I know last I had heard the power lines weren't on the map yet. So he still had to add power lines. I know my little son, you know, he's the one that's running the grain cart right now. And there's it must be a different field. One of the fields, there is an electric pole in it. He goes, why is there an electric pole in that field? I'm like, you know what? Grandpa's real life field has electric pole in it that I had to go around all the time. They were almost finished. Thing is, you guys know that wheat you have is, unless you dumped it in the bin already, is not going to be the same wheat for his wagon. Have you already switched it? Who knows what those two are up to? They'll get it figured out. Oh, you got your value. So now we can't talk bad about you anymore, LFG. Volume's back on. I was just asking Rambo if he has any news, and he hasn't responded yet, so I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's soon, though. Oh, that's nice that you can... But you probably edited to do that, though. Okay, so Alma is with Giants. Perfect. All right, well, this field is done. All right, park this thing here. I think I'm going to go plant a field. Giants means a few years. Sadly, probably so. All right, let's see what we can plant this time. Canola. We'll plant some canola. Turn on my help window real quick. Make sure I select seed. We want to go to canola and open cover. Here we go. I told it open cover. I don't see anything opening. Open cover. Open cover. Well, that's not good. Open cover doesn't seem to work. Middle to end of March. Huh? That's not too far off. I guess you can start filling it without the... Perfect, full. You only need the covers open. Alright, let's get to the field. Plant some canola. That was our other wheat field that they just harvested. One they weren't supposed to do yet, but they did anyhow. So I'm guessing they're headed to the big field now. Oh, unfolded. Okay, that makes sense. I think that's my gate I need to go through. The heck is he doing? Maybe he's still in that field. I don't know. Probably somebody right behind me, too. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get out of the way. Yeah, I was really looking forward to the graphics opening those lids, but didn't do it. It didn't do it. So one thing I totally forgot when we were loading into FS22, the guidelines. You know, I was so used to playing with FS25's guidelines, you know, to steering assist, and now I got to learn how to do it again. All right, fire this thing up. There we go. Well, numbers are going down, so we're putting it in the field. Good. Oh, John Deere's. Oh. Oh. I don't know how to ban somebody, but somebody needs banded. Banded. I don't think that's quite the right word. Banded. Definitely need a boycott. Hey, I think he's going to the right field. The brother must have had to go back to unload his wheat. I don't see him. I don't really see him anywhere. He probably went off the bridge. He told me the bridge has no rails. He was nervous about it. Bridge is supposed to have rails. So that new horse map that just came out, that's not the next free map that Giants was talking about, was it? I was really I know they, Silver Run Forest came out. That was one of them, but I thought they said another one was coming, and I really am hoping the horse map wasn't it. Putting groceries away, huh? What kind of coffee you making? Hot coffee, iced coffee, espresso. Oh, it was. Little Boy Blue, it was. That was their map. Ugh. That's kind of a bummer. I wanted something completely different and unique, not just a remake of what they've already done. Yeah. That would be a different series to do. I pushed my channel limits with that last one I did, the Prodigal, when I did some of the adult references in it. I mean, very little adult reference, but it was hard for me to put that in there. I actually had a homeless series thought up. It was going to be a homeless guy. And I actually needed a mod that didn't come out yet. And I still don't see it, even on King's Mods, to make that one work. But I don't know if I'll eventually do that or not. It was going to be on Riverbend Springs. Okay, that doesn't sound like coffee at all. We watched some travel channels, and it's, I think Walk With Me Tim. Does that sound right? Walk With Me Tim. He's always talking about having a tea. So now my youngest daughter, she's always wanting to have these tea parties. She has this little tea set, and every time we're at the store, she wants a new kind of tea. But definitely not coffee. I don't even want to mention the mod just because it doesn't fit our channel. But it was just for a short clip of it. You think of, homeless people, and quite often, where do they go to unfortunately spend their money? And that's where I was looking for. One of those places just to put in, show him going there, and then having a voice come to his head that is advising him not to do it. So the storyline, he was going to go find a farmer, and he was going to get a job working for the farmer. Like I said, it may still come about, but Amazon grocery delivery. We do the Walmart in-home, but we've never done the Walmart or the Amazon grocery before. There is a mod, and I don't know who made it, but it kind of worked, but it was based in, it'd be a European style pub is what it was called in the mod, and there's just so much noise inside that I had to edit the sound out. So I never went along with it. We did the Prodigal instead. He does have, okay, I'll have to check that out. Go to his page and see. And maybe that was the mod I looked at. I'm not sure. Oh, I miss steering assist. See, we used to go to Walmart to get our groceries, but we always spent more money when we went there because there's always something else like, oh, I want that. Yeah, that's what we do too. To save money, the grocery deliveries really does save you money. Like we have a grocery chain here called Price Chopper. We'll go to Price Chopper, but we try to just have a list and stick with their sale flyer, their sale ad, to make sure we don't get anything we don't need. We still end up with stuff we don't need, but normally it's in the form of ice cream. See, I have trouble getting the fruit from the Walmart delivery just because you don't get to see it first. I mean, they're picking it for you, and just so often, you know, we have to do a return because it was no good to begin with. So that is something we'll do more at our Price Chopper here. What I miss when we lived out in Indiana, we had Kroger. I thought Kroger had a really good selection of produce. That is something I kind of miss about a little bit further out east. Now that's not a bad idea. We used to do the pickup more often at Walmart before we had the in-home, and yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just run in to get your produce stuff. But now Walmart's just so busy, I don't even like going there anymore. So crowded, and they've totally changed the checkouts. All right, that'll work. You've been doing a lot of lives here lately, LFG. And they're always when I'm at work, so I can never get to them. I did, I was stuck somewhere a couple days ago when you were doing the zombie one. I was able to watch a little bit of that. I think you'd gone into a house and you were asking, that was a mistake. Why do you guys let me go in here? Because then you got ambushed from every direction. Gotcha, yeah. Lives is kind of nice because you don't have to do any of the editing. You just, boom, you tell it to go live and you're done. Hello, IP Farms. Welcome in. Glad you could spend some time with us. Just over here on FS22 on the Bosnia map. Trying to check it out a little bit. Got both boys over there in the wheat field working. One running the grain cart and one combining. It just, for some reason, it seems like the Walmart, they'll just, if they pick your groceries for you, they're not picking what we would normally pick when we go get it ourselves. They just grab in the bin and grab whatever they can. Yeah, you're right, LFG. It is very, very simplified. No editing needed. Just trying to get the sound working, that's a problem. But thankfully, Beacon must have done an update because now we're not having all those issues. Beacon and Streamlabs are working together really well. Yes, you do interact a lot more with live. Because really, the other way, there's no interaction at all. You can ask a question and then wait for a response and comments, but that's about it. I didn't even know graphics really on 22 even went that far. Like, we can see him driving the tractor clear in the distance. For some reason, I didn't think it was that good, but maybe 22 wasn't as bad as I thought. I know 25, I just don't see a big jump in quality. I mean, there's a little bit of, graphic quality, but I mean, everything else. I actually like the menus a lot more in 22. I do not like the 25 menus at all. LFG, you couldn't survive if you didn't have the interactions. You love interactions. I don't know how you keep up with your chat sometimes. It's like, wow. I knew since the wife and the girls decided to go to a movie, I thought it was a good day just to sit back with the boys and do this. Probably won't do it for too long, but check it out for a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's probably even comments here I've missed, and it's. Then thing is, when you miss one, you may miss a storyline too, or what they were even talking about. That's my worry. Somebody will say something and then comment later on, and I will miss the first one. Right? Yeah. Right. What I want to get some monitor stand where I have the monitor up above the other monitor that you're playing on, so you can read the chat by just looking up instead of looking down to the side. Hey, Rusty Money, welcome in. Oh, see, I haven't even thought of that play like on the Xbox how the menus are on 25. See, I like the shop. The shop, is so much easier to me, at least, ordering it this way, where all your vehicles with engines are on this screen, all your implements are on this screen. Instead of how 25, I wish I had 25 turned on so I could just click over to that real quick, but I don't. It just, to me, 22 was more simplified for that stuff. Oh, really, Rambo? They're growing on you. Okay. They have not yet grown on me, sadly. Who hired a worker? Oh, Little Boy Blues fired. And really, right now, one of the boys is playing on Xbox, so he's been doing a lot of 25. I think 25's grown on him, but he's only 8 years old, so it's a little harder for him. Yeah, I am doing pretty well. Thank you for asking that, Rusty. I really appreciate that. I know I was going to add some of those, which it's not going to matter on this one because this is 22, but some of those Gaming Joy mods that you had from your stream. I love the idea of the multi-fruit buying station, which we have on this, but how everything was free. You spend a little bit of more money at the start, but all the products in it is free. And I thought, boy, that'd be nice to buy the seed and the fertilizer. But this is 22, so which maybe he made it for 22 as well. I don't know. Wow. 700 hours. I have no idea how many hours I have. It's nowhere close to that. Even the Prodigal video, it only had maybe 5 hours actually on the map itself. Most of that was done in editing. It took a lot more time to build up the farm that was never even in the video, hardly, than it was to actually play the series or the video. Okay. So I think I do have some of Gaming Joy's in 22. I don't know if I've got any of his stuff. I joined his Discord, to keep up to date with his new mods coming out, but I don't know if I've added really anything yet to 25 from him. Okay. Not as many options to 22. Well, I'd never seen anybody have that feature where you could, spend a little bit more money up front, but get all your products for free, which, that's cheaty, but, as long as you don't just pull your wagon underneath the bin, buy it for nothing, and then go sell it at the market, that's really cheaty, but there's workarounds. I almost got this field done. Too much left. Sure how the boys are doing over there. Oh, it looks like they got it done. They're done. Well, I must be way behind. The boys can go back to baling and using that pickup trailer to pick up the bales we've already collected. Well, there he goes. Oh, he's going to wreck it. He's going too fast. He's going to wreck it. You're right. Different styles of playing the game is very neat. Very neat, very unique, and just the different things you can do to it. You can custom build a farm. I do wish they did have the option to where, like, different terraforming could be done for free. Like plant grass for free as a built-in option to turn that on and off. Because if not, you could have a bulldozer out here. You can move dirt. That wouldn't cost you anything but fuel and the cost of the bulldozer, but and maybe for a PC there is an option now to be able to. I guess there's mods for free to make it free, but just wish built in they could have it turned on and off. Oh, John Deere, yuck. Nobody wants to use John Deere. I've used a few John Deeres. I remember that I used a John Deere in my Alma series until it broke down and had to be towed away. Well, there was a John Deere in it. And I'll admit, my screenshots with the John Deere in it on Alma had way more views than the others. So maybe there's something behind John Deere, but it still broke down, was towed away. So Yes, if they could make that a toggle. I don't know why they don't. I mean, that'd be so simplified to do that. Hey, but we were able to pay LFG to get rid of those John Deeres. That was well worth it. That stream was so much better to look at after those John Deeres were gone. I do think the ground textures in 25 was a big improvement. How it would leave tire tracks, and that was one plus. I kind of like the fog as well. I think maybe they got a little carried away with the fog, but you know, it does look nice. Yeah, sadly they did do better. But I mean, they were also in the very start of the series, and the series is always start off better at the beginning than later on in. Oops. You couldn't really take anything too wide down this road. All right, let's see if I can get to this next field. I think probably canola is the only thing we can plant right now. Well, we could do grass. You know what? I might switch this over and do grass. There we go. So we do have that cattle barn, and someday we may want to use it. I'm pretty sure we don't own that field on the left. No, we don't. You're right. I know I haven't experienced the wow factor either. It just, it's a bummer. I really expected a little bit more, but I don't think they spent a lot of time putting it together. I think they kind of rushed it to get something new out there. Because like when they came out, you know, hardly had any mods to choose from. Or not mods, just like, you know, base game equipment. This isn't already planted, is it? Nope. Yes. I mean, I'm really looking forward to new maps. It's just, there's just not a whole lot out there. There was a map called Death Valley. You know, I had looked at it and I thought it was pretty detailed. But there was still a lot of mistakes in it. It needed some updates, like floating trees. There was a whole lot of floating trees. I debated on doing a series on it, but never got around to it. I'm just going to hold off for Alma. I also kind of want to do another one of the parables from the Bible on another series, or another episode, like the parable, or like the prodigal. But I don't know if I'll do it or not. The special effects I had to add to it, they weren't cheap. They weren't bad price, but it's just the views were very low on it. And it had copyrighted songs too, so it wasn't monetized. Like Rambo's saying, this map's coming to FS25, so hopefully it won't be too long. After Alma, he'll get this one out. No, when you told me to do the Noah's Ark one, I really tried to figure out how to do that, but there was no mods to make that happen. I mean, you would have to be able to farm with animals, and I mean, I know there's on FS22 there was one mod that allowed you to, I think, pull a wagon with an animal, but other than that, I couldn't find anything. I know these early previews to Alma, they just look so amazing. I mean, just the changes he's made to it also since 22. I mean, the detail is just skyrocketed in it. I wish he was part of the Giants team on developing their base game maps. So I could do revenue sharing. The only thing is, according to YouTube, the song at the end by Tribute Quartet, called The Prodigal, it actually says you're not supposed to monetize it at all. But then when it actually uploaded, YouTube says you can share it. So I don't know what's true. YouTube's telling me two different things, so I was kind of afraid to do too much with it, so I just left it be. Then again, last I checked, it only had 50 views anyhow, so revenue sharing on 50 views would not have been much. I think it was only 15 minutes long. Wasn't too long. The first song in it wasn't even really a song. It was supposed to be just a special effect type song, and it was from Filmora, but apparently it was copyrighted, which also revenue sharing. But I mean, it wasn't a real song, I didn't think, but YouTube did. All John Deere farm equipment. I don't think any of those were made on the Ark. They wouldn't have ran long enough to get up on it. But that was another thing. I was trying to figure out how to flood it. I know you can adjust the water levels of the map, and that would have allowed me to flood the map, but then I'd have to use some kind of AI to make, Noah's Ark float across it, and it was going to be too hard. And back when I was thinking about doing it, the AI wasn't even where it's at now, and I really don't like using AI too much. I mean, it's bad. I really think it's bad. I've seen Terminator. I know how it ends. No, it looks like the boys are out of stuff to do. You guys got all that baled and all of it picked up? What's that? He's picking up the bales, and what are you doing?
Nothing. I got nothing else to do.
Did you bale everything?
Yeah. Well, apparently the one field I didn't have any straw on it.
You forgot to turn the straw swath on, did you?
I never turned it off.
You never turned it off? Oh, you can't get good help these days. You can't get good help. Oh yeah, and I haven't thought of who you're going to sell the crops to. You're the only one left. Not sure when those potato fields are going to be ready. We are going to get the Colossus harvester for that. John Deere, yes, that was the help. Yeah, I mean, it could be done with AI. I think it would cost quite a bit to get that much AI footage created, too. And if you put too much money in it and it doesn't get out there at all, that's what I'm going through right now with the Prodigal. It really didn't get out good, and which is understandable. This is Farming Simulator, 25 or 22 for this, and that was a Bible story. So I mean, you got a different group of people to watch it, and the regular FS25 fans wouldn't really want to hear that story, so. But I did it anyhow. So much planting. Probably should have went with a bigger planter. Wish we could use the real speed mod. Is there collectibles on this map? I don't know. I don't think there was collectibles in Alma, so maybe he doesn't put any collectibles in them. I get ran over. Editing's no fun. So are you liking Filmora better than Premiere Pro? I know I could never afford the Premiere Pro, but I did like some of the effects that Premiere Pro could do. But so far, I'm loving Filmora. It's, to me, a lot better than Movavi that I was using. Movavi was a little cheaper, but didn't do much of the special effects like Filmora does. If I find that if I uncheck publish to subscription feed, really? I will have to try that. Lower that real quick. I'll do a print screen real quick of that so I can know what you said, so I can remember what that comment you just said and how to do it. So now I'll totally forget. But as of right now, I don't have any videos recorded. We're kind of still waiting for that new special map to come out. Whatever it may be. Like right now, it's Alma. Alma's what we're waiting on. It just looks too good to pass up. And it's so weird because like the hotkeys, I don't use any hotkeys for that. Not a single one set up. Now, I just recently learned that F1 turns on my help window. Back and forth. I think I was watching one of you guys' videos and you did that. That's how I found that out. That's why I like the webcam is up in that top corner, because it used to block all that stuff. But now that you guys taught me the F1 feature, that works. The only hotkeys I actually used was to like start and stop recording and to take screenshots. And that was it. And of course F12 for easy dev or the power tools. I think the effects in Filmora is a lot cheaper. You know, we paid for the year to have it, and I think it was maybe $60 for the whole year. It wasn't too bad. It was right around New Year's, though, I believe, when some of that stuff was on sale. Jingle Boy, you still picking up bales in there? Oh, he's not? Is all the bales picked up? Or is he trying to figure out where to take them?
We want to unload some.
You can go sell them all if you want. Sell the bales, get us a little bit of money. For some reason, it seems like our money actually went down. Oops. Oh, don't hit it. Oh, you're gonna... Alright, let's fold it up. I screwed that up. Into the fence. Oh boy, I'm really hooked. There we go. Yeah, that's my thing. I'd probably never get used to it. Or I would get used to the hotkey and then something would change and then I mess everything up. Oh, come on, come on. It is unfolded. There we go. As soon as I get this last little bit down, we can skip a month or two until our potatoes are ready. You guys can get a little bit of money out of those straw bales to get our bank account a little higher so we can get a good potato harvester. Be helpful. The Mache, is that how you pronounce that one by Maps or MA7? I have not seen that one at all. Any information on it? Carpathian. Now, is that the one that's really tight farm? No, that's Court Farms. It's really tight, isn't it? I know one of those is just extremely hard. I could never get into because that farmyard was so tight. You selling bales over there? Okay. I think we'll have enough seed and fertilizer, which we shouldn't be using any fertilizer at all. This field is already 100% fertilized. But... Oh, yes. My friend loved that map. Or at least the series. I can't really remember the map at all. I remember the series, though. He is still waiting for that series to come back. You got to keep asking him, LFG. Keep asking him so we can get the pressure on so that series comes back. I got enough pressure to bring the Frontier series back for a second season, so that the Cattle Baron's got to come back. There's only 2 seasons.
Well, you have 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's the Frontier was set up. The Oil Tycoon was set up for a 3rd season, but because it went to the Mars map on the 3rd one, but I never went any farther with it either. Almost done. Taking forever to plant these 2 fields. Could took that fence line out and plowed them together and made one great big one. I do like that you can delete the fences really easy on this. I didn't even see you sell that. What was it, about 9,000? Nice. Get another load sold. We can go sleep for the night. Get up and maybe those potatoes will be ready. At least September, so I think they will be. All right, head back to the farm. Doing okay in there, Jingle Boy? Looks like they got all that, all the bales off that field. This is one of our potato fields. Oops, don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree. Oh, would you look at that. 2 boys just standing around doing nothing. Up to no good. You know, the one, just now noticed, shirt he's wearing in the game is what he's wearing in real life right now. Where'd he go? Oh, well, there he is. That's the exact same shirt he has on, Kubota. Same everything. Just like it. All right. All right. Do we have a sleep trigger here? If so, let's sleep till tomorrow. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's see if the field's ready. Thank you. Well, you know what? All you gotta do is click a button and you get a free nap. But it doesn't last long. You normally back up in, what, about 30 seconds or less? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that boy's wearing an Auto Sim Crew shirt today. So I'm surprised he's not wearing his John Deere shirt. He probably would if he thought about it. All right, we're ready to harvest that. Let's hop in here. We're not using base game. I think it's under beet technology, I believe. There. Yep, potatoes. And capacities, 43. Ooh, wow. We'll do the middle. We'll do middle. We'll give it some more power. Oh, that's different. All right, we'll do that. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice? 30 seconds, fully rested, ready to go back. You know how many, you could work all night. Work day shift, night shift. Let's go with something red. There, I'll do that one. Of course, we don't have enough money, so we're just going to lease it. And let's get the head for it. Potato. 4 meter. Unrealistic. 90 miles per hour. Ooh, that's super fast. You know what? Let's do it anyhow. 10 meter wide. And 20. We'll do 10. We don't want to be too crazy. All right, lease that as well. All right. All right, Jingle Boy, make sure all your vehicles are empty because we're going to have a lot to collect, okay? So make sure your truck is empty and ready to get potatoes, and same way with your wagon. The wagon will fill up really fast. Right. I know sometimes the earlier you go to bed, the worse you get to sleep. I know what I hate when you get up early in the morning and you just can't get to sleep because the whole time you're like, oh, it's going to be morning soon. Or I'll wake up, I don't know, 30 minutes before my alarm goes off, and then I can never get back to sleep if it's that close. All right, let's get to the field. Little Boy Blue, if you want to hop in whichever one he's not in. So we'll kick these fields out fast. With the speed that we can do. I hope they convert that fast. We were just thinking that earlier, and I didn't think it was out yet for 25. But I also want all of it, not just the harvester. Especially this. We need one of these in 25 that can, you know, either have a higher width or a faster speed, higher capacity, some kind of benefit. Oops, I was a little wide of a swing, but there's our cattle barn. We need to eventually get cattle for, but until our grass field's up, we really can't use it. That's with Giants. Well, everything is with Giants. So once, maybe all this stuff will drop the same day. We'll get the Colossus pack. We will get Alma. We will get whatever else we're all crying for. So the two things coming to mind right now. Rambo does seem to have all the answers. Oh, I must have missed that video of the Colossus pack. Oh, there they are again, doing a whole lot of nothing. You two. You two troublemakers. Thing is, they're the same way in real life. Uh-oh. I'm not sure if I want to make it in here. Oh, maybe. Maybe. All right, let's start unfolding this thing. Get the help window on here. Oh, it's unfolding. No, that was actually folding. Unfold harvester. All right. Lower header, turn on. Oh, it's still unfolding. Boy, it takes a while. There we go. These beacon lights off. All right. So we should have waited until like 9 o'clock to wake up. More daylight. That's okay. Let's see, is this field even any fertilizer in it? 50%. Gives us a little bit. Like I said, we got 2 fields like this. Probably both about the same size. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I don't really like playing FS25 that much yet, is because you don't have stuff like this. All you have is the basic stuff, and it just takes so long. Which didn't one of you guys say you can, the Power Tools mod, you can change what's in the fields now, like Easy Dev does in 22? Because I know I don't know if I've even done the update on Power Tools yet. But last I knew, or last I played on it, you couldn't just change what crops in the field. Nah, there's nothing to fertilize, I don't think. Oh, no, I think you can check the canola field, see if it needs fertilized. I know the grass field said it was 100%. Yes, you can. Okay, good. I'll have to load in again and see that change. All right, spin around here, give him something to do. That's true. You're right. PC does have a lot of the Unreal already. Yeah, because you're showcasing a lot of that on your channel. The unrealistic combine, and there you go. That one's full. Then your extreme plow. That plow, that's a monster. I think, what was it, 50 meter? Farm Sim Universe? I think yours is a 50 meter. I like the mods though that are Unreal like this, but the head will extend on each side to at least show you where you're at. I know there are mods that do that, several mods that do that, but unfortunately this one does not. Which I think you can turn on the guidelines, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe there's not guidelines. No, I thought you did have lines. Maybe that was something when you order it from the shop. You can add that to it. Oh, I bet he's trying to put the potatoes in our bin and it won't take it, will it? Is that the deal? Shoot. That's not good. Jingle Boy, just go ahead and find a sell point that you can sell it at, okay? Wow. 15-meter head that'll do all the crops? So, like, even the potatoes? It'll do the potatoes as well? Oh, I do have to... I thought I had to probably add that from the shop. I did screw that up. Oh, well, I just like the speed that you can go so fast. I couldn't imagine doing this in real life with just a little, what, 6 meter, 4 meter, whatever that size is. And then what, I think 6 miles per hour is what it'll harvest at. Let's see if I can even go that slow. It'll just take forever to do. Oh, I never thought, yeah, hook a trailer behind it, that would. I'm sure the unreal capacity of the combine itself is probably pretty high. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoops. A little too fast. Yes, it is. It's very difficult to come up with the best mods and maps from FS25 or 22. I mean, because there were so many, so many. We tried to do that, showcase our favorite mods, but we had to do it for both console and PC. Does anybody know when Easy Dev is going to come out to 25? Because that's going to be I'm sure one of my favorites when that comes out. I hate to say it, I'm not a fan of power tools. To me, it's so much more complicated. I love it where you just... Well, why is it not doing it? Oh, duh, of course I don't have F12. I forgot we're on cross-platform. Like, it's not working. Stinking Xbox players. That's okay. He's happy to be playing too. Told the kids if we got 1 million views with the Prodigal video, we would buy another PC. For one, I wanted another PC so when I was doing the recording, I could be, have like the third computer be the camera. And Sid, I had just do a third person point of view on the other. So we get 10,000 per load. It looks like, right? We can bring the pickup over here. It's got a big capacity. I think 82,000. Yeah. So does Giant sell more copies to console or to PC? Where's their money coming from? That's what I've always wondered. Who is their bigger customer base? Which, I started on Xbox with this. FS17, and then I think at the very end of FS19 we got the PC. Or no, maybe we don't even have FS. I don't think we have FS19 for PC. I think it was 22 was the first. March or May for 22, so it could be any time now. I'm hoping more for March than May. But I did get my start on console. And I didn't even know about the mod hub at that point. I just only played with what was built into the game. I think 19 came out before I even knew there was mods that you could download in the mod hub. Oh, I never thought of them taking their cut out of it. Yeah, because what are they? I think $10 more a copy. It's like, I don't know if... I think, did we order the season pass when we got the Xbox One? I can't remember. Of course, it obviously is not built into the game. You have to order it separate, but... Really? Okay. Used power tools more. I just like the big window that opens up with the Easy Dev. Gives you all the options right there. You can kind of see what you're doing better. Actually, I never even downloaded power tools until FS25. Oh, want to come around? I'll offload if you bring the pickup over. Oh, Steam. Oh, see. Now, actually, this computer right now on FS22 is playing on Steam. Because I downloaded... It was cheaper at that point to get the Steam version because this is the new computer. So I didn't already have it. But everything for FS25 on all platforms that we were using on both PCs, we actually bought the actual hard copy. Because I don't like when you load in the game, it wants to... open Steam every time. Too many windows pop up and it drove me nuts. So I went back to just downloading it from Giants Direct. Ooh, come on, brakes. I got plenty more in here, Jingle Boy, if you ever come back. Oh, he's down at the bottom of the hill waiting for me. Oops. So I'll just go down to him real quick. I missed a spot anyhow. Well, he's not even in there. Even with all that extra horsepower, the hill's still pretty good size. Takes a little bit to get up it. What went wrong with getting it through Giants? Did the what I don't like is having to add the what is it, the activation code every time? Because then you got to hold on to that activation code or product key, I guess is what they call it. %. Wow, that's quite a big chunk of the profit there. What was it, $60 for base game for Xbox and PlayStation, while it was only $50 for PC? I think that's what it was. Little boy Blue's over there. He has no idea. Definitely going to get our money back in this lease cost with these potatoes. Still have 118,000 here. Oh, here comes another pickup load. Oh. Oh no, yeah. See, I despise having to save the code every time. I try to keep it in an email. Whatever the original email was, I keep it in there, and that's how I sit there and keep pulling it. Okay, that's why. Yep. No, come on. Come on, suck it in, Buttercup. Well, then they put a big rock there. Right. If I can get back on that road, no problem. So when he sells the pickup load, it gives us 38,000. Yeah, I know. I was really hoping to be out a little early too. And I know when FS22 came out, I actually ordered the disc early, and I was going to have it. I think it was, I believe, Walmart. Of course, that was, for Xbox, and it didn't show up in time. I thought it would be there like the day, the day early, but no, it came in later the day of, and so I ended up just ordering another copy digital. So I didn't get the day one release or whatever, but it was all right. Ah, that's smart. Having backup email, yeah. Where is our other field? Where am I headed? I think we got a potato field here somewhere, don't we? That don't look right. That's the one I just planted. See on up down the road still. Further. Further, further, further. Is he having trouble getting to the sell point? What? Oh, he did he? He flipped over, they're saying. Were you able to get him recovered? All right. Where in the world is our potato field? Oh, there. 22 there. Okay. There it is. Knew it was here somewhere. Oops. What's going on? All right. Problem is, now your boy's gonna have to go farther probably to get to a cell station. Not sure if there's any closer or not. Let's see. We're down here. Oh no, there's really not. This is just kind of a dead end. Boy, it's got a long ways to go to get to anything. Could put a sell every. No, I don't think we have the sell everything mod even installed. So we can't even cheat it that way. Oh well, this field probably won't take too long. You up by the gate? I'll come up to the gate and I'll offload this one when I get up there. So I've just hit the mark to where it'll fill your truck. Oh, they're both going to show up at the same time. Yeah, turn, go the other way. The gate's down just a little bit. I think now you see it. There we go. I'm not sure if the music quit or not. Nope, still there. I'll come to you. You're fine. I'll come to you. There you go. Oop. It's not cheaty. It's all real. Oh! Oh, he just did it, didn't he? He's a crop killer. Crop killer. Which makes no sense, you know? You're removing the tops. The potatoes are in the ground. How would you actually lose the potatoes? But, oh well. That's what happens when you drive over them. I need to fire him. Plus, I don't know if you were there just a moment ago. It sounds like he wrecked. He flipped the tractor and trailer over. His older brother had to come bail him out. Right, yeah. Most unrealistic farmer ever. Actually, no. It's Farm Sim Universe. That's the most unrealistic farmer ever. LFG does a lot of cheaty though, and a lot of green stuff. Nobody likes this green stuff. I think I have enough potatoes to fill at least the pickup up again. I believe you're 62,000. Futuristic, realistic. We wouldn't even be in these machines. We'd be doing what we're actually doing in real life, sitting here in our gaming chairs. That's the future farming. Is at the Farm Progress show, they actually had VR sprayers set up. So that's already a thing where you can just sit there at home, spraying your fields. Yeah, you are futuristic, realistic. Has anybody played the new Farming Simulator VR yet? I know they had a lot of drone sprayers out already. And that grain cart, that it was an autonomous grain cart where the grain cart would come to the combine when the operator, you know, told it to when he needed unloaded. There you go. As long as AI doesn't take over the trucking industry so I lose my job. Hoping that holds out for a long time before that happens. No, we've come ahead a long ways. We're over 200,000 now. We were down in the 70s when we started. Okay, yeah. I didn't want to spend the money anyhow. To me, it didn't look that great, the VR setup they had. I know they were testing some autonomous trucks down in Texas. I believe FedEx was doing it, but it was like on a dedicated run where it went from point A to point B, and that's all it did. It didn't do anything with the docks, or it went to the gate. That was pretty well the end of it. Oh, but you're saying they're using them at the docks even? Wow. Okay, I didn't know they could do the dock work yet. Back up to the docks. What gets me is when it snows, you can't see the lines. I know some of these newer cars and trucks, they let you know if you're departing your lane. The thing is, when they're covered in snow, my truck will warn me saying, line's not detected. Yeah, the mechanic work of the VR, I thought that did look awesome. Just if we could kind of do a soft implement of that into this, I think that'd be neat. Oh, I remember that strike now. I didn't realize it was because the AI workers were trying to do all the work from them. Well, now, but then for as much money as they wanted, I kind of see why the owner of the companies, they would want to implement a little bit of that AI stuff. And their wages, they ask for quite a bit. I think they ended up getting it though, didn't they? I do believe. Now, one article I saw, was it 6 years? They're going to be making $60-some an hour. Some pretty good wages. Also, the contract says they can't be replaced. Okay. Right, no. Everything's so expensive. I work for a paint company, and $100 a gallon for paint, that is a lot of money. Thankfully, we don't have to keep painting every year. Here, all right. I'll be right up there with your potatoes there, son. Should have probably got him a TARDIS. I think that would have been a little bit better. Could have got a little bit more each time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should have a better tax refund next year. You're right. All the changes you've had this last year. Unless YouTube hits it big and you make, you know, $1 million on YouTube, because then you're going to have to pay in quite a bit. I couldn't even imagine making $1 million doing this. Who is the biggest gaming YouTuber? I think probably the biggest person I've ever watched is that Raptor. Yeah, you would have it already spent, boy. You'd have a 5090 by now if you made $1 million for sure. There won't be any. Yeah, right. Yes, I forgot. Yeah. I'd almost rather there not be property tax. I am tired of property tax. And we live in town. We don't have big property or anything. But it almost doubled this last year. I know the state of Missouri is even fighting it because they raised it more than they were supposed to be allowed by law to raise it. But income tax wise, I do have 4 kids, so that does help with income tax a lot. Oh, okay. 110 million subs. Wow. Does that person ever play Farming Simulator? Because I've actually not even heard of that name. So I'm going to have to look them up. Markiplier. I haven't heard of that name either. For some reason, I thought all of us were the biggest gaming YouTubers out there, but I guess now you're telling me not. 110 million and 37 million? Oh, we're a little off from those numbers. Oh, I didn't even see it there. We're going to be on 300,000 soon. In-game, not real life. I remember somebody in the past, he'd play this game and he had like I'm guessing some kind of, you know, what would it be called? Like not a voiceover, but where his face looked like he was a horse. Crazy Horse Man. I don't remember what his name was. But I don't know if he only played Farming Simulator or if he played other stuff, and just Farming Simulator is the only thing I ever saw him play. That is a big jump. Double the cost for the house. That's rough. And that's actually the reason we haven't bought another house. We wanted to move out of the Kansas City metro, but because house prices and then interest rates so high now, we're staying put. I need to write down those YouTube names so I don't forget them. Pie. And the other one. All right, got it. So I'll look those up when we're done here and check those guys out. I know the first farming simulator, I think it was probably Mr. Seeley P was the very first person we saw. Then DJ Goham and Clutch Simulations were the next ones that we did. We used to watch a lot of Clutch's live streams. Then he started getting a little carried away on stuff that we normally don't watch, so we haven't seen any of his lately. But no, I know one time they were really good. Yes, like it did back in, what, 2008, 2009, when the housing market crashed back then. Yep, that was nice. I mean, not nice for the ones who owned the house that needed to get out of it, but made prices a lot less. There are the top two on the list. All right. You mean LFG Dad's not on the top two list? It's a shocker. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Well, boys, we almost got this wrapped up. This field's almost done. Did you pass your brother on the way back? You're so mean. So I saw him ahead, or he was not too far away. Next thing I know, you're coming in the gate. Oh, like the promotion type ads? Yeah, Rambo's account to fund it. Yep. Ooh, here comes the other guy. Just stay put. Yeah, that's... I pretty well just have to type in Farming Simulator to get the right content creators. I don't know how we actually found Raptor. He must have been... Maybe he was playing Farming Simulator one day. I know he's played it before, but maybe that's how we found his first video. Or it might have been Sim City, because I used to be a big Sim City fan. Oh, I never thought. Yeah, Fortnite would have probably been a big at one point if you got on there early enough. Before everybody did it, between Fortnite and Minecraft. Whoa, whoa, that was close. Let's see. You about back with the pickup yet? No. It's ways off. Well, that finishes up this field. Well, guys, it's been great chatting with you today. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I think that'll finish up the stream. So until next time, have a blessed day, and bye-bye.